The NFL playoffs are here, and this matchup on Wildcard Weekend is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Bengals and the Pats on Sunday Night Primetime.
Let the postseason begin. We're underway in this AFC Wildcard Weekend contest. Antonio Gibson now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So out come the Patriots, ready for their first possession. Leading them out, someone with a big arm and a field general's mindset, Drake May.
Drake entered the league as a top 5 pick because he checks a lot of boxes. Just the way you want him. Tall, athletic, great arm. 1 year at North Carolina, put on an absolute show. And yeah, his second year as a starter took a little bit of a beating and some question whether or not he was still a top 5 pick. The ability, there's no question there. It is now the consistency in taking care of the football.
It's 2nd and 1. Takes off right out of the read option. Nice seam in the defense as he crosses the 45. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's going to run this down to the 36-yard line. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. They give it to him again. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it. Back to the well again. And he pushed deep into enemy territory with that, down inside the 25. Now following the play, pretty quick stoppage. This is going to be for an injury, and oh boy. Sam Laporta, the one in some pain, he's being checked on. 2nd and 3 now. From the 24. Pass is caught at the 9. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. They have it 1st and goal, an early lead available here in the postseason. Working inside the red zone. This throw is caught. And he has the New England touchdown. What an outstanding series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone, getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
Splits the uprights. And the Patriots will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Flowers now to return it. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. So here come the Bengals, ready for their opening drive. They're led out by the legend over in LSU, the former #1 overall pick in 2020, Joe Burrow.
He certainly produced a lot of highlights last week, but he gave the defense a couple as well on those interceptions. And I don't care how many touchdowns as a quarterback.
His first throw is an interception. Asante Samuel Jr. makes the play. And he makes the house goal. It's a touchdown on the pick 6. So now it's 13-zip, Brock, and they've got to be even happier knowing that multiple phases of their game contributing to this lead early on.
I'm not going to keep up with the offensive scoring touchdown for touchdown, but you can't script a better start.
That one right down the middle. And the Patriots drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Flowers now to return it. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. After the pick, here's Burrow again. Catch made by Chase Brown. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It goes for a 38-yard pickup. And it'll be first down, Bengals.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Gets it to his man, Mike Gesicki. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Caught near the goal line. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. On the return, here's Gibson. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Patriots offense headed out for their second drive of the game. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their second possession.
And, Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to. That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Brought in by Hooper. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
It's what these quarterbacks are having to do more often now than ever before in football. Show off a little mobility. Get outside the pocket and find that open man.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
And the fair catch made here at the 15. No return on that punt. And it'll be Bengals football. Here come the Bengals to take over once again. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
They motion the tight end over. 3rd and short, it's Burrow. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. They get 6 and a first down as well.
You're not going to last long in the National Football. It's fine there to continue the series.
First give of the game here to Chase Brown. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Patrick Queen arranging in for the tackle. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Here's Brown again. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Patrick Queen arranging in for the tackle.
When you don't have great success on first down, kid, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable.
He makes it in for the Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals get it down to a single point. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. On the return, here's Gibson. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. The Patriots running their offense out there. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
2nd and 6 at the 32-yard line.
Williams with a quick pass out wide. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. New set of downs for him at the 38. 1st down throw for May. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Back to the air. It's May. Dumps it off to his running back. And a nice gain here, but it's stopped short of the 1st. 3rd and just 2 to go. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him add in a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you can just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
Hunter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And that's out. We're just waiting for the spots. They're going to say it cleared the sideline over top the 14. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion. On 1st down, here's Burrow. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. Here we go. Burrow out of the shotgun. Finds his man Chase. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play. 1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. From the gun, a give to Brown. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. That was Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. So 2nd down coming up. Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. Across the 45 and still going. And they'll finally get him at the 35-yard line. They get 35 out of that one. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
So the big play moves him well past midfield. Has him set up now at the 35. 1st down, Burrow to throw. Catch is made in close. He's got the Cincinnati touchdown. And we haven't even reached the end of one, and already that's the 3rd time that he's thrown them into the end zone. It's hard to think of a better start he could be having than this. McPherson to add the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bengals break that tie and now lead by 7.
Patriots 14.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. To return this, Marcus Jones. This return makes it up to the 25. The Patriot offense making their return to the field. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. May on 1st and 10. That one complete to Hooper. And he's tackled for no gain.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot, 2nd down coming up.
He's on the move. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. From the gun, it's May. Looking, they're on him again, and he goes down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return.
At their own 44-yard line.
1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Escapes the pocket. He's going to pull this one down and run with it. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Now, I think they're going to have to stop things here. Yep, and they just did. One of the Patriots is hurt. Going to need some help out there. We've reached the end of one in this opening round of the AFC playoffs. Neither side separating much so far. 2nd and 1. More from Gillette Stadium in just a minute. And he goes out a little short of the 40. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Tight end going in motion here. Straight ahead, it's Brown. It is charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Burrow from the gun. Higgins makes the catch. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Has it in close. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Goes up and over for the touchdown. The Bengals take a 13-point lead. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the 1st half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Point after up and good by McPherson. And the Bengals double their lead to 14.
Patriots 14.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. On the return, here's Jones. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Here's New England ready once again on offense. And Brock, they are really struggling to get their feet under them in the 1st half. They've got to find some resiliency, really stabilize things here in the postseason. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Another carry for him. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. May looking to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Another punt coming up. Bryce Baringer to do the honors again. He fields this at the 18. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Bengals send running back Chase Brown getting sent to begin another drive here. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. Throwing from the gun here. On target to his man Higgins. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. It's a gain of 12 there. And it'll be first down, Bengals. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Hits his running back. And he'll get it up to the 44.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Christian Gonzalez has it. And the Patriots are going to take over after the interception. Good field position for the Patriots as they get set for 1st and 10. Plowing up the middle. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. All right, here we go. Second down.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12.
May now from the gun. That's taken in by Henry. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Operating from the gun, here's May. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
A 7-yard gain. And the Patriots.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And they take him down right along the 30. They'll come up 1st and 10. To throw, here's May. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And it sets up 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Rush coming for May. He'll get this to Henry. Decent gain here, but short of the first. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. May. Has it down close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Working inside the Reds. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. 2nd and goal back to all the way up to the 14 here. They'll try and punch it in. Jumping forward on a pickup of 9 yards, and it brings up 3rd.
It's 3rd and goal.
Here's May to the air. And he scores. It's a New England touchdown. The Patriots pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. That one splits the uprights. And the Patriots chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Flowers now to return it. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Bengals returning their offense and this running back to the field. And in a high-scoring game to this point, everyone anticipating, well, even more points as they take the field. On 1st down, here's Burrow. Got his target, it's Higgins. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
From the 42. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Still inches to go on 3rd down. Brown on the inside give. And he'll get it up to the 44. Pickup of 2 here. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down.
2 yards. First down, Cincinnati.
They'll run again with Brown. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll be first down, Bengals.
A gain of 12. And the Bengals first down.
A give left side to Brown. He's got a gain of 6 there. Milton Williams making the stop. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. They've got a man in motion. From the 38. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. He has the first over the middle. And they get this down to the 28. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Gillette. The Bengals in possession. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Burrow out of the shotgun. That's Gesicki. He's got it. And he gets this forward to the 19.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. To throw again, it's Burrow. Cut near the goal line. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Looking for a pass on 2nd and short. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
This defense has been trying like mad to do anything to disrupt the rhythm, get the QB off his spot. It's got to be a massive relief to see their efforts paid off on that play.
He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down. Cincinnati uses its 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Butker knocks it through. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
You always feel like you leave a few points on the field when you kick it from here. But they don't wind up empty-handed on the drive. And the kicker, he gets to pad his stats a little bit with a high percentage make.
Down to 12 seconds before halftime as they come to the line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Looks like they'll play it safe with a run to the outside. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Looking to throw. Henry on the catch. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. The play brought to an end by Logan Wilson. Here comes the final play of our first half. Looking to throw. And that one hits the ground incomplete. A single second left now on the clock. One last play before the break. One final shot before halftime. Tries to lob that one up, and it's intercepted. DJ Turner comes up with it. And the Bengals do not get the return all the way back. That's going to bring us to the end of our first half. That's the half in this opening round AFC postseason matchup. Now we'll send you down the east. Sorry, Coach. We'll catch up with you after this one. We're jumping past halftime and getting right back to the start of the second half. With this kick, we're back underway. A spot in the divisional round on the line. He's got a lane up past the 30. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. The Bengals and Joe Burrow all set to take over. And as we're reminded of some of the highlights of this game, his touchdowns ranking quite high among them. We're going to see 3 of them here, and if you're scoring like that, Brock, it normally means you've had a pretty darn good game. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Burrow from the gun. Into the hands of Gesicki, complete. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Tracked down by Robert Spillane. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. A give now to Brown. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Call it no gain, maybe 1 at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2. Play action now, Burrow. Dumped off to his running back. And he couldn't quite get the edge. He goes out of bounds and maybe gets back to the line.
You know, Kate, that's exactly what that coverage was meant for. Make the quarterback throw it short, go up and rally, and get yourself off the field.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And this one did hit at the 8, but took a big bounce and finished its journey in the end zone for a touchback. The Patriots offense all set to go. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that.
Ooh, he knew he was going to pay for throwing that. I knew it from up here in the booth watching that happen. But that's an experienced quarterback. If that first primary target isn't there, make sure you find your safety valve. And that got them some yards, so taking that shot, well, it was not for nothing.
5 yards on the play. They could just do that again. 3rd and 2 coming up.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. 5 yards on that play, and enough for a new set of downs. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. May now. Short pass brought in. And he gets him around 6 there. The play brought to an end by Logan Wilson.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Brought down by Trey Hendrickson. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3. Back-to-back carries here. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, a couple of real nice stops, force 4th and 1. The Patriots have their punting unit out. And this is going to be his 4th effort tonight. And the fair catch secure here at the 16. The visitors back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter.
Mighty.
1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Along the sideline, Brown brings it in.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
He was too far downfield at the time of the pass. Gotta stay within a yard of the line. That'll back him up. Flowers will go in motion left. Run with Brown. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
He breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Christian Barmore with the play.
Here we go. 11 empty. Stop.
Third and short, it's Burrow. Finds his man, Chase. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
First and 10 now from the 30. Burrow. On target to his man Higgins. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
First down, Burrow to throw. Completes this one to Chase. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first. On the handoff, this is Brown. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Got a man, it's Gesicki. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense.
Holding. Offense.
Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. They'll run here following the penalty. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Tracked down by Robert Spillane. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11.
11 empty. 11, 12. 11 Thomas.
Throwing is Burrow. He's on the move. He's running for it. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
You know, that's a really good play. I know it doesn't get the first down, doesn't keep him on the field, but what it does is it keeps that defense honest. And I promise you, the next time in that situation, they'll have that run in the back of their minds.
On 4th down, out comes the Bengals field goal team and Evan McPherson. His first kick was good, and his second looked from 35 yards away. Butker knocks it through. And that pushes the lead up to 13.
Well, that's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Returns looking good so far. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. The Patriots and this running back headed back out for a new series. And the running lanes, and they've been hazardous. Not quite the decorated collection of highlights from him that we're going to look at here. Those big plays, the explosive runs where he leads an offense, just haven't been there for him in this one. Good field position for the Patriots as they get set for 1st and 10. Throwing is May. That's complete to Diggs on the slant. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Here's the handoff. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
And he's brought down for a loss. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. From the gun, it's May. Can't connect over the middle. It's incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. They'll run for the first time here with Antonio Gibson. And he's up past midfield, down to the 48 on that run. It's a gain of 5, but they still need a bunch here on 4th down.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Punting unit out now. And this will mark his 5th kick of the night. And no chance at a return. He wisely angled it for the sideline and got it down to the 12 before going out. This offense running out for a new series, led by their running back. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. From the gun, a give to Brown. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Milton Williams making the stop. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 16. This one taken in by Chase. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. They get 13 on the pickup. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down. Off to Brown. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And that's good for a gain of 5. Jabril Peppers bringing that one to an end. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They just get the play off. That one falls incomplete and brings us to the end of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter to go, Brock, and we'll see who can earn the wild card win. It's the Bengals with it, 1 quarter from continuing their postseason run. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. That's caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. On 1st down, here's Burrow. That's Gesicki, he's got it! And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. To throw again, it's Burrow. This one's caught. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. A gain of 5, Brock, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No gain that time, and now it'll be 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
Burrow out of the shotgun. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
Yeah, this game, you just can't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get the catch first. Guarantee your yards, and then worry about escaping defenders after the catch.
Can't find anyone open, and he's forced to throw it away.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball, and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
Butker knocks it through, and that'll give him a 16-point advantage.
Well, it's hard to call that the official moment that sealed this win, but up 16 here in the 4th, it's going to take a heck of a sequence of events to see this game tied back up.
And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The New England offense running out now. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're this time around and find some points to go after that lead. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. May now from the gun. That's taken in by Henry. Second down now, 7 to go. From the 31. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. 1st and 10 from the 41.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Operating from the gun, here's May. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Cam Taylor-Britt picks it off. And the Bengals take over just inside the 40. They're at the opposing 39. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Burrow from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice. There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
I'll say this, unless you're committed to going for it on 4th down, I just don't see why you throw it there. Just power it forward for half a yard and reset those chains, then take your shots further down the field.
Butker knocks it through and make this a 19.3 score advantage.
I think you could call this one now, Kate. His field goal makes it a 3-score game, and even the most improbable comeback attempts are going to have a hard time erasing that type of deficit here in the final quarter.
On the return, here's Gibson. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Another drive coming up for this offense. And you know that interception is in the back of their minds as they head back out there now. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's a New England 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
To the air yet again, May. He'll get this to Henry. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And he works this to the 38 before going down. 3rd and just 2 to go. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Caught by Westbrook-Akine. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
Gain of 22 yards. That's another Patriots.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run, in need of some attention. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. They give it to him again. And they'll get him down at the 7-yard line. Offense up to the line fast. Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. Complete beyond the marker. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about.
Holding. Offense.
Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. They now on 3rd down. And he scores. It's a New England touchdown. The Patriots get it back to within 2 possessions. They're out to try and tack on the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Patriots shave some of the lead. It's down now to 12. They recognize the situation they're in now. After that score, they're going to try to get it right back. And the Bengals hands team does its job recovering that kick. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. The visitors headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Now Burrow. Dumps it off to his running back. And this one doesn't go far.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league. This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Burrow to the air now. Higgins makes the catch. And they bring him down around the 34. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And go ahead and make this a 15-point game now. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff.
That kick, well, it throws a roadblock up on some of the remaining avenues to get back in this game. It really leaves only 1 remaining. It's going to take 2 touchdowns if they want a shot at it. And we know those odds, they're getting pretty long.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. This offense making its way back out now. And after watching their passing attack take them the length of the field last drive, Brock, I expect we're probably going to see a heavy dose of the aerial attack again here.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Here's 2nd and 2. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs. Patriots trying to hustle everyone up to the line. Jump off caught by his back. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Now we're going to have a timeout by New England. It's 2nd. Here he is to throw. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. Patriots trying to hustle everyone up to the line. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Cam Taylor-Britt picks it off. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on fourth and that kind of distance, and an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming, and it's one thing to know it, it's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense. Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So the Bengals, and you never want to count out those wild card teams. On magical runs before, and they've officially begun theirs here, fighting their way to next week's divisional round games.